Welcome to the dark world of gaslighting, where the lines between reality and illusion are blurred. As the renowned Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung once said, the greatest sin is to be unconscious. Today, we're going to explore the signs of gaslighting and how to break free from its grasp. But before we dive in, let's ask ourselves, are we being manipulated without realizing it? Are there people in our lives who make us question our own sanity, memory, or perception? If so, it's time to wake up and take back control. Carl Jung, the founder of analytical psychology, will guide us through this journey of self-discovery and empowerment. With his expertise, we'll uncover the tactics used by gaslighters and learn how to protect ourselves from their influence. So, let's start by understanding what gaslighting is and how it works. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation where a person makes someone question their own sanity, memory, or perception. It's a covert and insidious tactic used to control and influence others, often making the victim feel crazy, confused, or powerless. But how does it happen? And what are the signs that we're being gaslighted? Let's explore these questions and more as we delve into the world of gaslighting with Carl Jung. As Carl Jung once said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. In this quote, Jung highlights the importance of acknowledging and confronting our own darkness, rather than trying to escape or deny it. This is particularly relevant when it comes to gaslighting, as the gaslighter often uses our own fears and doubts against us. For example, let's consider the story of a woman who was in a relationship with a gaslighter. Her partner would constantly deny previous agreements and conversations, making her question her own memory and sanity. He would also make her feel guilty for things she didn't do, and then use her guilt against her to control her behavior. This is a classic example of gaslighting, where the victim is made to feel crazy and confused, while the gaslighter maintains a mask of innocence and control. But how can we recognize these tactics and break free from their grasp? According to Carl Jung, the first step is to develop self-awareness and introspection. We need to understand our own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and how they may be influenced by the gaslighter. We also need to learn how to set boundaries and assert ourselves, without being aggressive or passive. By doing so, we can start to regain control over our lives and our perceptions, and break free from the gaslighter's influence. As we continue our journey into the world of gaslighting, let's explore how it applies to our lives today. In the age of social media, gaslighting can take many forms, from online harassment to manipulation of information. We may find ourselves questioning our own perceptions and sanity, as we're bombarded with contradictory information and conflicting opinions. But how can we navigate this complex landscape and stay grounded in reality? According to Carl Jung, the key is to develop a strong sense of self and to trust our own instincts. We need to learn how to discern fact from fiction, and to recognize the tactics used by gaslighters to manipulate and control. We also need to surround ourselves with supportive people who promote our well-being and self-awareness, rather than tearing us down. By doing so, we can create a safe and nurturing environment that allows us to grow and thrive, free from the influence of gaslighters. As Carl Jung said, the collective unconscious is a part of the unconscious that is shared among all humans. This means that we're all connected, and that our individual experiences are part of a larger collective. By recognizing this connection, we can start to heal and transform, not just as individuals, but as a collective. So, let's take back our power and start our journey to freedom, together. So, how can we apply the insights from Carl Jung to our daily lives and break free from gaslighting? The first step is to develop self-awareness and introspection, as we discussed earlier. We need to understand our own thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and how they may be influenced by the gaslighter. We also need to learn how to set boundaries and assert ourselves, without being aggressive or passive. This can be done by practicing mindfulness, meditation, and self-reflection. We can also seek support from friends, family, or a therapist, who can help us navigate the complex landscape of gaslighting. Additionally, we need to surround ourselves with positive and supportive people who promote our well-being and self-awareness. By doing so, we can create a safe and nurturing environment that allows us to grow and thrive, free from the influence of gaslighters. As Carl Jung said, the process of individuation is a process of psychological integration. This means that we need to integrate our conscious and unconscious mind, and become a whole and complete person. By doing so, we can break free from the grasp of gaslighters and live a life that is authentic, meaningful, and fulfilling. In conclusion, gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation that can have devastating effects on our lives. But by understanding its signs and tactics, and by developing self-awareness and introspection, we can break free from its grasp. As Carl Jung said, the greatest sin is to be unconscious. Let's take back our power and start our journey to freedom, by becoming more aware and conscious of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and share it with others who may be struggling with gaslighting. Together, we can create a community that promotes self-awareness, personal growth, and freedom from manipulation. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like and comment below, and let's start a conversation about gaslighting and how to break free from its grasp.